If you are here, I'm assuming you have watched part 1. If not, wrong video, my friend. Go watch it now. Or if you're feeling lazy, you can download the base mesh for free from my Gumroad and jump straight into sculpting. Subscribe, support the channel, grab the files, and that's how I keep making these tutorials free for you guys. Alright, let's sculpt. Okay, so before sculpting, if I'll zoom in here, so here you can see these two are different meshes, and if I'll try to sculpt here, first I'll change the brush size. For that you can press F, drag your mouse, and you can change the size of the brush. So I'll keep it this much and I'll increase its strength. And if I draw here, you can see the shape seems quite weird. So to correct this, we have to remesh this and make them a single object. So for that we'll apply the remesh feature. So for applying this, we'll press R, we'll drag our mouse, and for applying the remesh you have to press Ctrl R. And now if I'll go to the edit mode, you can see it's quite detailed high poly mesh. I'll zoom in here. You can see we have successfully joined them. Here it is from inside. And now you can sculpt it in detail. So here we'll turn on some other settings, like here you have this mirror feature. So I'll turn it on along x-axis. Okay, now I have to turn it on along y. So if I'll sculpt here, it automatically get mirror on the other side. With that, there are also some brush features over here. Okay, I'll show you. Here, if you sculpt here, then it automatically applied on the bottom side too. That we don't want. We just want to sculpt on the upper side. So to solve this, what we are going to do is here in the brushes, turn on this front face only. And now if you sculpt here, it will not affect the bottom side. Okay, but you have to turn this on for every brush because by default it's off. Okay, so these are the few basic things that we need to know before sculpting. So first we are going to use the grab brush, and for the grab brush you can press G. Here it is. And for changing the brush size you can press F and drag your mouse, and that's it. I'll keep it this much, the strength. And now here I'm going to pull this out from here, push that in, give it a shape like this. Okay, seems good. Same for this. From here I'm going to pull that out. You can also increase the brush size. Okay, I'll increase the brush size first, and here it is. I'll zoom in a little, give it a shape like this. Okay, this is how it look like. Same for this top fin, but this time I'll change the brush size and you can give it to any shape you like. Okay, so this is how it look like. Seems quite sharp, but I like it. And one more thing, the most important thing, make sure to save your files time to time. You can also change its shape if you want to. Just grab it, okay, increase the brush size, pull it out like this. If you want to change the face shape, you can also change it. Okay, so the next thing is, let's use the smooth brush over here. So for using the smooth brush, you can simply hold the shift and use it. Hold shift And yes, also here hold shift and use it like this. Okay, so the next thing is that we are going to sculpt the eyes, and for that I'm using the clay strip brush, and you can change the size of the brush by holding F. Now if you hold the control, it will push in the clay, so like this. If you without control, it will pull out it, but if you hold the control, it will push in. Now I just need to use it at one place and give it a shape like this. It's quite big, but we'll adjust that. So we'll again, by holding control, just give it a shape like this. Or you can also use the smooth and the grab brush like this. We'll smooth it by holding shift. Now you can also change its shape by holding the grab brush like this if you want to, but I'll think it seems good like that. Okay, so the next thing is that we'll add a sphere to this for making the eyeballs. Back to the layout, you can press Control tab, go to the object mode, and you can press Shift C for your cursor to be at the region. Then by pressing Shift A, I'm adding an UV sphere. Okay, so we'll go to the edit mode, we'll scale it down. So we'll bring it along X. Then we'll go to the edit mode and we'll scale it down. Bring it along X axis. Okay, now I'll rotate this by holding R, by pressing R 2 times, and place it like it seems like an eyeball. You can adjust it according to you. Okay, so the next thing is that with this selected, we'll go to the modifiers, and here we are going to add the mirror modifier to this along Y, and there we go. It's kind of stylized fish, so that's why we are modeling them like this. The next thing is we'll back to the object mode, and here we'll shade them smooth by pressing W. So the next thing is we'll go to the edit mode, and here we'll select this portion, hold Alt and select the loop. Then by holding Shift, you can select all these vertices. Next thing is we'll extrude that out by pressing E to highlight this portion. We'll add a loop cut here. Back to the object mode, and this is how it look like. The eye seems quite big, but cool. We'll correct this shape in the sculpt mode. So we'll back to the sculpt mode, and now here with the help of grab brush, we'll first increase its size. Now we'll correct the shape over here. Have to select this one, and then we'll go to the sculpt mode, and here we are going to grab the, you can also use the smooth brush. It seems good like this, kind of stylized eye for our fish. Okay, looking good. Okay, so the next thing is that we'll sculpt the mouth of the fish. For that we'll use the crease sharp brush. We'll change the size of the brush. Okay, I'll keep it like this. We'll, you can increase its strength if you want to, and you can also use the smooth brush side by side for making the lip. Use the smooth brush over here. Okay, so it seems good. Now we are going to do some detailed sculpting for the gills and the scale. So now instead of using the remesh, we'll use the dine topo. If I'll enable this, then so dine topo is used for detailed sculpting. As we zoom in, it will add more details to sculpt. For example, if I'm using the draw brush, as we zoom in, it will add more details. So for such details, we use the dine topo feature. Okay, so let's sculpt the gills. For that, we're using the clay strip brush, and from here we'll start sculpting it. Just use your brush, then we'll reduce its size. We want a rising edge from this side, and here we'll use the smooth brush. In hold shift for that, for using the smooth brush, and just smooth this. Now we'll just crease it in by using the crease sharp brush from here. Okay, it seems nice. You can also use the smooth brush if you want to. Just increase its size and use it on the edges. So we have sculpted the gills. Now the next thing is that for the scales we'll use this clay strip brush again, and now we'll just need to draw them like this. It's up to you. If you want them big, you can sculpt it like that. If you want to be more detailed, then reduce its size and sculpt. Use the smooth brush. You can also increase the size or strength if you want to. Okay, it's a little time consuming process, but it's worth it. Okay, now we'll just smooth them by holding shift. Just try to keep these edges like this. And this is how it look like. Okay, now for these fins, we'll use the crease sharp brush. Place it here and we'll draw lines. You can draw any design you like. It's quite simple to use this. Just need a drawing tablet. You can change the strength, size if you want. It's called. Now for this, I'll draw a line here, one over here. It's all about the practice. And this is it for the modeling and the sculpting part. Don't forget to save it. For that you can press Ctrl S. Okay, so now the next thing is that we are going to add material. So first I'll go to the object mode. Here in the object mode for adding the material, we'll first switch to the material preview. You can press C for that. And now first we'll add material to our eye, to the eyes. So we'll select this. In the materials, we'll add a new material to this. I'll rename it as white. And then I'll decrease its roughness because I want this to be shiny. Okay. Now for the iris part, we'll select this. We'll go to the edit mode, and now we are going to select these loop over here. So press Alt, then Shift. Select this loop by holding Shift. Select all these loops one by one, and in the last we'll select this vertex. Now for adding material over here, we'll go here and click on this plus button, add a new material, and now this time we'll give it black. Also decrease its roughness and just assign the material. Back to the object mode, and here you can see these cool stylized eye. Look pretty. Now the next thing is that we are going to add material to our fish. So now here we are going to do some painting on the fish, and for that we'll go back to the sculpt mode, and here Blender Sculpting has a paint mode. Here it is, you can see, and it actually different from the texture painting where we use UV unwrapping in it and all, but here for the painting we'll use the vertices and the detail of the mesh to paint on the curves. So let's use this. So we'll switch to the paint mode, and then here you can see the colors black, two colors, black or white. So now here this black is the main color. I will change this, and the size and the strength are same as of the brushes. You can increase the size of the brush by pressing F. Keep it this much and just draw. You can pick any color you want. First I'll change its primary color. Now for adding the design, you just change the color. Pick any color you want and change the brush size and draw. I forgot to color this portion. If you want to add white lines over here, you can also add those. So let's add some white lines over here. For such straight lines, you need practice. You can add any kind of design you like. It's not necessary to add this design only. And that's how we paint in sculpt mode. So now if we'll go back to the object mode, and then we'll switch to the material preview. you can see your paint is not visible over here. So for that, we'll go to the shading tab and we'll add a new material to this. You can also rename it from here. And now I'm going to add a color attribute. Then I'll map this color to the base color and add this color over here. So that's how we'll sculpt and paint in the sculpting mode. Okay, so that's all for now. Hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to subscribe and follow for more such content. Thanks for watching.